COVID-19 continues to upend public education across the U.S., and with it, it's compelling educators to provide online lessons, technical support, mobile food deliveries, and more. Becky Pringle is the vice president of the National Education Association, the country's largest professional union, representing 3 million educators. And she joins us now to discuss how they're supporting educators during this critical time. Welcome, Becky.
Hi, Micah. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. Interesting times all around us that we're in. So I kind of want to get right into this. What support is NEA providing to educators, students, and parents during this pandemic?
Well, Micah, let me tell you that I am a science teacher. I teach middle school. And I have the opportunity as the vice president of the National Education Association to travel all over this country and meet with our teachers and support professionals and our students. Right now, I'm like most people, and I am at home, staying safe, as we're asking all of our educators to do right now, and to do everything they can to make sure our students are safe. The National Education Association is providing resources and support for our educators who are doing a heroic job. Our schools may be closed, but our courageous educators are making sure that learning continues. And so we're providing them with professional development, support services so that our students get what they need and deserve during this unbelievable crisis.
And education is key, but do you see any issues to distance learning?
Well, Micah, the issues that we're seeing now have always been there. We know that there are structural inequities in our system that are based on race, based on the income level of our students, based on where they live. Our students in rural areas have always struggled to have access to the internet and to digital tools that they need without this pandemic. What the pandemic has done is it has shown a bright light on those inequities that are built into our system. And so our educators all over the country are stepping up, as they always do, in ways that make me so incredibly proud to be a teacher myself, as well as a proud union member, because our union members all over the country are ensuring that our students are safe and feel loved. They are joining caravans of parades going around neighborhoods and waving to their students. Bus drivers are dropping off meals. I know they're in Nevada. Some of our support staff are actually joining to make those meals, make sure they're delivered. We're delivering iPads and resources to our students. We are making sure that they have what they need, but it's not okay that they didn't always have that. And so we are also asking our members to be the advocates they are and have their communities join them to fight for what our students need, all of them.
And can that go with the Families First Coronavirus Response Act? Can you elaborate more on that?
Congress has actually passed 2 stimulus packages. It's the Families First, which was the first one, and then the CARES Act. And in both of those pieces of legislation, our NEA members made tens of thousands of calls to their members of Congress. And this is what they wanted to make sure were in those bills. They wanted to make sure that they provided security for their families, because we know if our families aren't secure, our students aren't secure. So they, through these pieces of legislation, our families are going to get stimulus checks. The uninsurance provisions are going to be extended. Family Medical Leave Act provisions are going to be extended. We also made sure that there was dedicated money for K-12 education to try to bridge some of the gaps and divides, as well as providing a relief from student loans. We wanted to make sure that our families could eat and be safe. And those bills went a long way, but they didn't go far enough. And so we're asking our members to continue to advocate for dedicated money in the next stimulus package, which we know must come. We want dedicated money to close that digital divide, to provide digital tools and internet access that our students need so they can continue to learn.
And how is NEA supporting immigrant students and their families?
I'm so glad you asked about our immigrant students. Unfortunately, they rely so heavily on basic needs that are provided for them by our schools. We also know that they often are targets of racism and bias, and our educators are the ones who are stepping up and stopping bullying of those students and families. And without those services and those students being surrounded by loving and caring adults, unfortunately, we've seen a rise in overt racist attacks. And so we are providing our educators with the resources and tools so they continue to be advocates for our immigrant students and our other students who have been historically marginalized, to make sure that they have food and they have health care and that they know someone cares and sees them. So we are continuing our racial injustice, social justice work, even in this pandemic. I would ask for your viewers to go to nea.org/coronavirus, where we provide up-to-date information. Let me say, as a science teacher, I'm going to encourage folks to follow the science. And so we provide information from the Centers for Disease Control and from the World Health Organization. We provide tools for parents, for our educators, and we give them an opportunity to take action. So they can do all of that on that site, nea.org/coronavirus. Please join us to make sure that every one of our students get what they need and so deserve.
All right, Becky, thank you so much. If you would like more information on what the NEA is doing to help parents, educators, and students, just head to nea.org/coronavirus. The National Education Association is a proud sponsor of Las Vegas Morning Blend.